Enthusiasts are following a new trend of wrapping their vehicles with Christmas lights, right? If you're into Christmas, you can't hate that, but the question is it legal?
Today on Crazy Carl Projects,
we go into a seasonal thing for Christmas.
It's that time of year again.
Yep, for people to do weird decorations that gets them in trouble.
At least they're stopped with the annoying Rudolph the red-nosed car thing. That got old.
No, they're still out there. Just remember, you have to be mindful of what lights you use.
Yeah, if you're the type to string Christmas tree lights on your car, by all means, go ahead. But
you need to remember that there are laws that pertain to lights, and there's been a couple of cities around our area that's really cracking down on it. I've even heard reports of cars being impounded as imitating emergency vehicles because of the Christmas lights on them. Just simply because some of the lights are red and blue.
Or in some cases green.
Green and yellow, orange, amber. There's, depending on what your local laws say, there's restrictions on what lights you can do, including red lights beyond your brake lights and tail lights. So, especially if they flash. And sometimes flashing lights, period, can get you in trouble.
Yeah, well, hey, we're not against doing crazy car mods and designs and modifications to your own tastes. After all, we're the guys who shelf-papered a car roof.
Yep.
You need to finish that, by the way.
I can't find more of that shelf paper. I've been looking for the right stuff, and I haven't found it yet. But yes, if you're going to do it, the biggest thing is you got to be mindful of not having them on when you drive, not having them on in places where you could even just have a cop be mad and go into the whole, you're imitating an emergency vehicle or a work vehicle or something like that, construction zone vehicle. And be mindful of your local laws and regulations, because that can make a big difference. It's nothing really against it. It can be fairly cool, pretty fun. Just remember that there's a lot of rules and regulations on lighting on cars.
Also, be mindful of your car's wiring, because all that house lights on your car's central wiring system might not go over well in some older vehicles.
Yeah. Even though most of the new LED lights use very little electricity, some of that wiring is going to be questionable. So if you're trying to wire it into your car wiring, you might want to think about that and just stick with batteries. But it's just mainly on the thing, like I was saying, is be careful using that, because it can get you in trouble with the law.
And nobody wants to be festive by paying $500, $1,000 to the local city for doing what is essentially a festive thing for your car.
Yeah. More than likely it's going to be a lesser fee, but still, the fact that I read a little thing on where there were cities that were apparently actually impounded at least a vehicle, and I didn't get where that was, just that a car was impounded for it.
So they're going to impound my car because I'm trying to be more festive than they are. They bring out all the tired lights, the tired freaking lamps, the city street signs, the things that look very questionable. That's supposed to be berries and a frickin' mistletoe over a frickin' candy cane. You could put that image together. That doesn't look like that. That looks like something else. And I'm getting punished for it.
Yep, because those Christmas lights apparently is impersonating a police car.
Yeah, because a lot of cops drive around with Christmas tree lights around on their car. When they want to flash them, they just flick the switch.
Yeah, but it's one of those
Jingle Bell Rock blaring out of the speaker, or Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey.
Well, if you're blaring Mariah Carey out of the speakers, there's other reasons to arrest you. That's a disturbing the peace arrest right there.
But we got to be careful out there. But I'm starting to see the other side of this, because it's like, who's going to look in the rearview mirror, see a string of lights, and think, "Oh, look, it's a police car.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how they're blinking like a tree." and it's wrapped all the way around their car like a tree. It's a police car.
Yeah. Which I can also understand some of the ones I've seen images of. Good grief, they're bright. I mean, they have enough lights on them that they become a spotlight. So it's like, that's obnoxious, and you don't want to be that on the road.
Some of the people in large trucks already have that with LED lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now they've added to it.
Yeah, I get you.
So, but it's like everything else. Enjoy, have fun, just be mindful of what you're doing, and be careful not to, do something that's going to get you in trouble.
Yeah, if you're going to do some modifications like that, adding extra lights of that manner and stuff like that, check your local laws.
And generally avoid red and blue. That's outright, because that's one of all hilarious things. I live in Amish country. We live in Amish country, and I have seen Amish buggies pulled over because they like red and blue lights.
Also, avoid blasting Mariah Carey.
Yes.
For everybody's.
Especially from your buggy.
All right, I think that's about wraps this up. As always, if you enjoy this, please like, share, and subscribe.
All right. And if you didn't, find someone to torment with. It is the holiday season, so share, like. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah, from all three of us, you hear the dog in the background.
Yep.